right, our next contestant is here. Let's please welcome to the stage our second speaker, Peter from Australia. Please come up to stage.
I have not lost a wink of sleep. I have not lost a wink of sleep. Those words were spoken to my father by a gentleman by the name of Paul Tibbets. Now, that name may not mean that much to you. Even if I say to you he was General Paul Tibbets, it still may not mean that much. But if I tell you he was General Paul Tibbets, pilot of the plane, the Enola Gay, that dropped the atom bomb on Hiroshima, it may mean a whole lot more to you. I have not lost a wink of sleep, was what he said to my father when they met at an air show in Texas a couple of years ago. And my father asked him about having to do that duty. He said it was his job, and many other people from both sides may have lost their lives. But we never want anyone ever again to have to do their job, to kill so many people, as was the case in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. After World Congress in Osaka, Japan in 2010, I joined a group of friends from the United States, England, Ireland and Sweden, travelling through parts of Japan. And the first place we visited was Hiroshima. Seeing the Peace Park that is built around the ground zero of the disaster and the museum is an incredibly eerie feeling. Having seen the remnants of the city, I do so hope that we never ever again have to see nuclear weapons used. As JCI members, we need to stir the people towards the establishment of a permanent and everlasting peace. The most important word in that statement is the word peace. I'm sure in this room there's not one person that would rather be fighting with the person sitting next to them than having dinner with that person. I am Australian, and Australians consider our country the lucky country. There has never been a war fought on my own land in my lifetime. So I can't begin to speak as a citizen of a country that is constantly in the news for war being fought on its land. Prior to World Congress in 2007 in Antalya, Turkey, I joined a group of friends from Australia and New Zealand, touring a beach 10,000 miles from our home, known to us as Gallipoli. Gallipoli was a beach on which Australian and New Zealand soldiers, known as the Anzacs, landed to fight against our Turkish foes at the time. It is a narrow stretch of beach, and the Turks were placed in hills looking down on the advancing enemy. It was carnage, but the spirit those Anzacs showed made some people say that the 25th of April, 1915, was the day that our countries became nations. Now, I don't want to glorify war at all, but the reason I mention it is because, unfortunately, war is what gets the most attention. One of the most poignant things I learned on that trip was that a Turkish manufacturer is making a wine made from a mix of Australian, New Zealand and Turkish grapes called peace wine. What a great idea. If only other present-day foes could be brought together to work together as such. I remember the feelings we Australian and New Zealand tourists and our Turkish hosts stood and toasted each other with this peace wine. Indeed, we would prefer for all soldiers to be taken out of all war-torn countries to allow peaceful talks between the foes. We need to find a peaceful solution to take people's focus away from fighting wars. What can we as individuals do to show our want for peace. Here is my suggestion. What if at next year's 2012 ASPAC in Hong Kong and the 2012 World Congress in Taiwan, every country represented put forward 1, 2, 10, their whole delegation, whatever number, to take part in a full day of peaceful fasting. Now, I know some countries fast as part of their custom, but hopefully we could use that time to have them involved in that peaceful day of fasting. It could be JCI's fast, to bring peace fast. Hopefully we can get some media coverage of that. Now, I know, of course, that would mean we'd be missing out some glorious Hong Kong and Taiwanese food. But I would then ask the organisers to do the charges for that food and use the money that would have been used to feed us and donate it to something like JCI Operation Hope or Nothing But Nets. Now, I know Nothing But Nets is not a human war-related charity, but it is a war that millions of our brothers and sisters in countries affected by malaria fight every day. I understand that since I started speaking, 10 people have died. It is another war we have to battle to win. I urge you all to work together towards the establishment of a permanent and everlasting peace. And let us in future not lose a wink of sleep because we live in peace.
Thank you, Peter.